Welcome to Life with Noelle. I'm Noelle, and this is Everyday Evolution. The more light you have in your body, the more present you can be. Presence, therefore, is embodying more light. Now, come to think of it, this is why the phenomenon of awakening is called enlightenment. This is something that I've always thought of as a really far-off concept, something that was for monks and sages and not for an ordinary person like me. Yet, this enlightenment can truly happen right here and right now. It's for me and it's for you. Just because the more that you open yourself up to higher frequencies of light, the more heightened that vibration becomes within your body. Yet, what does it mean to really open up to higher frequencies of light? Something like this can be started simply with the physical body. This new year, I started with doing a cleanse. And this meant that I was cleansing the body by letting go of heavy and dense food, drinking more liquids, and even preparing for a liver cleanse to really release and let go of old toxins from the body. You see, when your body isn't in its optimal state, then it truly is difficult to let light in. It becomes improbable that you're also functioning at your peak state, whether this is mentally or even having balance emotionally, or really achieving goals towards actualizing yourself, if you have a lot of toxins in your body that is really bringing you down. So this is actually physical baggage, and these can wreck your mood, your energy levels, your brain function, as well as really cause health effects in the long term. So when you're talking about really raising your frequency and embodying more light, the physical body is a really great place to start, just because this serves as the gateway for all other things. This is what it means by when we say that your body is a temple, meaning that this is housing your soul. And in doing so, what we put into our bodies really allows more light in or decreases the frequency of our energy. So when we eat vegetables and other light-containing food, then we feed our physical body so that this is clean and full of vitality. We begin to actually hold more light in our cells, and so your frequency rises. Now, you might be wondering, what am I talking about when I talk about frequency? So when I say frequency, I'm actually referring to the energetic component that makes up all things. Everything is energy and is vibrating at different levels of frequencies. So there exists low frequency as well as higher frequencies. And you have your frequency, which is where you are currently being or vibrating at. So your frequency is fluctuating on a day-to-day, but you also have your overall frequency, which actually makes up who you are. So the process of awakening or allowing more light into your body is actually allowing higher frequency in. And as you do, you begin to create different realities for yourself. So your life at a higher frequency, or a frequency that correlates with happiness and love and joy, is more expanded. You're able to achieve more and be more as compared to that in a lower frequency. And these are states that are correlated to anger and shame and even sickness and disease. So this is what the journey of life is all about. It's actually all about our everyday evolution. This is the journey towards embodying more love, towards living at a more expanded level, and as such, living as more and more of yourself. So, a way to really rapidly shift your frequency can be done on the level of the soul. So, this is who you truly are. This is because throughout our life, and even throughout lifetimes, there may have been times where we may have misinterpreted events that have happened, and this led to a limited perception. This is seeing from a smaller paradigm and from a paradigm based on fear. This is actually living from the constructs of our ego. And in living life from this limited perspective, we are essentially living in survival mode. So this can happen from our own past experience, which may be a childhood experience, or even passed down through ancestral lines. So this is the difference between really creating from fear, which is based on the ego, and from the soul, which is based on love. And this is precisely the gap between our life today and living our dream life. Whether this is in the realm of our relationship or in the realm of our career, money, all of these are interconnected. And so the work is really all about letting go of the blocks and patterns and the scripts that are currently running a limited life experience or perspective. And this is all a matter of integrating that fear, which is an illusion. It is not real, to live more from the soul. And this is living from love. So these shadow qualities, or our less than helpful qualities, are fear-based. And they're not the enemy, right? So the ego isn't the enemy. They're actually a way in, so that we can allow more light in, allow more love in. And as we integrate this, they turn into a higher frequency. So this is actually the very same energy at a higher frequency. So for example, scarcity and abundance are not polar opposites. It's just that scarcity, and the state of scarcity, is one that is more fear-based. And in living in abundance, we are living from the truth of that we are love and that there is plenty. So that's just one example, although this can really go on. So all of these shadow qualities or less than desirable qualities are actually the same energy as the virtue states, or the states that are coming from love. So as you integrate this and allow more light in, and in essence, allowing more love in, so do you make space to be more and more light. And this usually occurs in a rhythmic manner. That is to say that the body is flooded by higher frequencies of light, and these usually come in waves. This is the same rhythm that connects life in all its forms and in a wider pattern. Nothing actually happens by chance. And so you can experience the rhythm of life deeply, like the natural pulse of your heart and in your cells. And the more present you are, or the more light you hold in your body, the more you can live in a flow. If you trust in life, you will trust life in every moment and in each rhythm. And you can trust in that rhythm even in the challenging moments. And in doing so, you will always remain in the flow, knowing that everything is always exactly as it should be. And if it doesn't feel that way, what has happened is that you have fallen out of your natural state. And this is the state of trust. This is when fears and doubts block this natural flow. And acting from fear, usually means that there is a lot of resistance. There is pushing and forcing, and this can also be called impatience. So impatience is rooted in agitation. There's a big difference between acting out of impatience and acting out of resolve. The energy with which you act begets very different results. And how you are being, or how much light you are holding, and how present you are being in the moment also creates a very different reality. So if you trust in life, you can trust in life in every moment, even the challenging moments. I remember when I would always want to move on to the next thing and then the next, living from my mind and always wanting to be somewhere else. And this meant that deep down, I was running away from myself and from life at that very moment. This is not living in acceptance of what is. And it's at this point that it is helpful to pause and become aware of this agitation within, questioning yourself and asking, what is this anxiety? And let this lead the way. Let this be your point in. This is your point for exploration so that you can turn this into more light. Patience, when really experienced deep within the body, leads to the opening of your heart. And the more you are able to settle into a deep trust and patience with the rhythm of your own life, the more you allow your heart to open. And as you do, you also allow more light in the present. Have you ever experienced true patience? This is not pretending to be patient while slowly building up agitation deep inside. This is being truly present and delighting in the moment. So the quality of your moment has to do with how much light you can really let in. So this can also be in your physical body, letting go of deep-seated toxins and physical baggage, or in your emotional body, letting go of old, heavy emotions such as resentment or anger or shame. Letting all that go, and as you do, you allow yourself to allow more light in and be who you truly are, which is pure light. This is actual light in your cellular DNA, really raising the frequency of light in your body. And you'll know as you begin to trust in the rhythm of life more and more. And at a certain point, this patience is transcended, and the frequency or energy of your body will begin to approach the speed of light. Now, as you do this, time finally dissolves and pure being is experienced. And so it has become my personal practice to become more and more present to life. This is the higher purpose hidden in all humans, to hit the speed of being. This is timeless presence. So, my dear visionary, the path of this week is simple. How can you be more present in your life today? Because it's all about remembering who you truly are. Thank you for tuning in today. For more, visit lifewithnoelle.com. See you again next Monday.